here's my big gripe of the week. I don't know whether there's some crazy energy going on, but I was really questioning, what I'm doing, and is there any point? I was so distressed about my friend Charlene getting surgery, having her 2 breasts removed, and then talking to another woman whose 5-year-old daughter has been diagnosed with a terminal brain tumour, and it's not even so much that people are getting diagnosed that freaks me out, because I think we all know people and loved ones that are suffering that, but what really freaks me out is that we're just saying there's one way to heal this, and that is the pharmaceutical drugs. And there's not. There's other ways that the body can heal, and that's what I don't get, because it's all over the internet. There's places in America, there's places in Europe where you can go, and and Mexico as well with Gerson, and you can heal naturally in non-toxic ways. Now, is that for everyone? Maybe not. Is chemotherapy and radiation sometimes needed? Maybe. I would like to think it isn't, but I don't know. I don't know everything, obviously, but what I do know is that we are missing out on a huge, huge part of healing here by not addressing nutrition, particularly primarily. Sugar and cancer, oh my God, there's so much evidence there now. Starve the cancer of its food, and it's the ketogenic diet, another, much, probably for a lot of people, much more achievable way to starve cancer. So whatever diet you choose, from raw vegan all the way through the various modalities of people that have been healing for decades, thousands of people from cancer naturally, so you've got vegan all the way through to ketogenic, which is high fat, all of these different ways that people have been getting results with. Why are we not utilising this? Why are we not saying to people when they get diagnosed, what's happened in your life? What emotional things have you gone through? Support, not just saying to somebody, oh yeah, it's very bad news, and then sending them home. This is just a crazy way that we're doing it. The more I research, the more I learn, the more obsessed I become, the more I'm mystified why we're still doing this. Why are we still doing this? The body is an emotional, mental, spiritual, energetic mass. I mean, surely even science knows this. Bruce Lipton, Candace Pear, Sandra Barrett, these people, they know that there's something going on far bigger than this Newtonian robotic idea that we still seem to be teaching for some reason. I mean, the data's all there. Kelly Turner done a phenomenal job with radical remissions in a radical remissions course. I highly recommend it. It's just genius, simple and genius. It tells you what to do, step by step, how we can change our perception, how we can start to look at things in a completely different way, how we can start to trust. And currently our model is just fear-filled and terrifying and overwhelming and cruel, and it drives me insane. So anyway, this week I thought, I'm giving up. Everybody seems to just believe in that model, want to follow that model. Where do you start? How can you... First of all, we need to get people to open their minds and say, is there another way? Can the body heal itself? And beliefs don't change overnight. I know that from my own personal experience. When I first heard that you could heal cancer naturally, I was like, well, I would see the evidence. And my belief system didn't change overnight. It took years to get this confident to actually be like, when I was sitting in the Beatson with my dad, a lovely hospital, but I was like, everybody's limping, bald, swollen faces, and it just makes no sense to me. Is it just me that makes no sense to? How can we change this and at least integrate all these things that we know help the body? How can we integrate that, or how can we move away from these really cruel treatments? Surely we need to be trying, we need to attempt. I can't believe there's anybody out there who would not prefer to heal naturally. And if that is the case, then let's find a way to make this happen. Who can help me get the word out. The body can and will heal itself. And even if you're going to die, and let's face it, we're all going to die, and people are going to die, and some people much sooner than others, and some people's too young. But surely we should be looking at what is death for a start, and why are we so scared of it, and why don't we talk about it, and can we still, even if we only have a few more days to live or a few more months, can we enjoy these days without being poisoned and mutilated? Often you see people that have just been cut up. I mean, it just makes no sense to me. It makes me so sad, and then sometimes angry, and then, as I say, this week I thought, no, I can't, this is just too big a job. It seems that people are really want to cling to the old system. But I know that's not true. That was just the way I was feeling this week. I know there's lots of people that really understand that there are other ways. They're maybe too scared, and I totally and utterly get that as well. It's, you know, if it was me and if it was my child, my daughter, I don't know what I would do. I know what I would do now. I don't know what I would have done before I'd done all this research and studying. So I do understand that fear is a very, very powerful thing, and maybe, you know, the surgery or the treatment is sometimes necessary. Maybe. I don't really believe that deep down inside, but I think for some people, until we're re-educated on the absolute genius of this body that we live in, then sometimes we're going to take some other treatments as well, until we can fully get the faith and the understanding and the intelligence of this body that will always strive to help us and heal. The last book that I read about cancer is not a disease, it's a survival mechanism. And I talk about cancer because that's the kind of most common one, but all the other autoimmune diseases as well that give people a very grim future, allegedly grim future. We're taking in that information that we're being given from a really one-dimensional world, and we're believing it, and we're living out a reality like that. And now we're saying, look, there's lots of people over here that didn't die, that were told they were going to die, but they didn't, because they did all these other things. And that's all that we're saying. Let's start looking at that. Let's start, what these people have defied, quite literally defied death. But because they took the matters into their own hands. They went back and they thought, no, I'm not accepting this. And surely that's what we've got to do. Nothing was ever achieved by just sitting back and playing dead and accepting. Nothing. You have to challenge. We don't know everything. There's doctors coming out now and really admitting about the diet. We got it wrong with the whole carbohydrate bollocks that we've done. And, you know, Professor Tim Noakes and another guy that I posted yesterday, his name's going out of my head right now, saying, look, we're sorry, we were wrong. And, you know, I think that's okay. It's okay to say that. Of course, we're unfolding, the journey's unfolding, and it's okay to be wrong, but really start researching and making sure that when you're saying to people they're going to die, or it's terminal, or that you really are telling the truth, and that there are no other options, because there are. Anyway, rant over. Thank you. Here's to your health and happiness. Ciao.